a little bit more than a year ago, I had trash credit. All right, I'm talking about my lowest credit score was 528, and a little bit more than a year later, my highest credit score is 691. All right, in that time period, I learned a lot. I learned what I could have did better. I learned what I did to get that score, and I'm going to share a couple of things today to help you on your credit journey that I wish I learned. And I've been there and done that. This is not just talking. This is me in the trenches, like that's like somebody that's not from the hood, live in Beverly Hills, talking about the hood. That don't make any damn sense. All right. So I've been there, I've done that. So I'm going to share exactly how I got better credit and how you can get it too. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Level Up Finance, where we talk about money, mindset on the road to get millions. On this episode, we're going to simply talk about how to increase your credit score. Before we get into it, shout out to JG. I appreciate you, bro. Because of him, I started up a Facebook group. I'm going to leave it in the description below. I have an IG. I'm going to leave it in the description below. Follow it on the Facebook group. I'm going to do something dope. I'm going to start a business from scratch and share, what I've been through, what I'm going through, what I'm doing to level up that business. And I'm actually going to build business credit from scratch with that particular business too, so you could watch the whole thing unfold on Facebook group. And I'm eventually going to bring some of that content to YouTube. But if you join the Facebook group, we're going to share how we leveling up credit, different business credit cards we got, different personal credit cards we got, banks, things of that nature, anything regarding leveling up. If you have bad credit, you probably heard, don't pay your collections, don't pay your charge-offs. Guess what I did? I didn't pay my collections, I didn't pay my charge-offs, and guess what happened? I got sued. My wages got garnished. So I think that's terrible advice to tell somebody don't pay the collections, don't pay the charge-offs. If you're going to do anything, if you don't want to pay it, dispute that thing ASAP. Get on the phone with them people ASAP, and then you probably could work out a deal ASAP. But once you wait for it to go to court, when he starts sending you all them letters, go to court, and then get a default judgment and garnish your wage, then you no longer have any leverage. They're going to win, all right? So to me, not paying your charge off of collections, who want to do that? I don't want to do that, but it could be well worth it. You know why? You could look at paying your charge offs and collections as an investment. If you got $5,000 worth of charge offs and collections, then you pay it off. Say it's $5,000, you pay it off because you wasn't able to get any credit cards, you wasn't able to get any personal loans, you wasn't able to get a house because of a mortgage, you couldn't get nothing, and you pay that $5,000 off, and then in a year later you were able to get $50,000 in credit cards. You're able to get a mortgage or 2 family, 3 family, or 4 family, like I always preach on this channel, so you can get some money in your pocket and live for free. And you was able to get a car loan at 2% or a personal loan at 8%. Then that was well worth the investment. Look at that as an investment. $5,000 and it turned to $50,000, and you could get a property now, and you could get cheap loans. That's how you should look at credit, because that's what I did. I eat my own cooking. I say it all the time. I'm not just talking this. I've been in the trenches. I've been there. I've done that. So this is not somebody that never had bad credit, never, been in crazy credit card debt, talking about, don't do this and do that. No, I've been there. I've done that. I know how dumb it is not to pay your collections and charge-offs. You don't have to pay it all off. You can settle it, because I settled a lot of my accounts. And when I settled it, it still went to zero. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be on your credit report as, settled account, not, paid in full. When it's paid in full, it'll look better. But knowing what I know now, I would have sent letters like, hey, if I pay this, you got to erase that. I did like a few pay to deletes when it came to small collections, like $200, $300 or whatever. I just said, hey, I pay it all in full, erase it. And I was just on the phone with them. I didn't send a letter or nothing like that, but they actually, followed through what they said they was going to do. So I'm not saying do the same thing I did, because sometimes they could be very dishonest. So you could be on the phone with them and say, hey, I'm going to pay this thing off in full, and they'd be like, okay, cool, pay the delete, da da da. And then when you pay in full, they probably don't take it off your credit report. So, still send the letters and everything like that. And also with collections and charge-offs, if they on your credit report, your charge-offs, it affects your utilization. When I had no credit cards, I just recently got credit cards after having terrible credit. I lived with no credit cards for years, only cash. So I recently started getting credit cards again, and I still had high utilization because of my charge-offs. So when you have high utilization, even if you have, credit cards, whatever, you have it maxed out, it's like you have bad credit. So you always want to have your utilization low. So imagine having no credit cards, you still have high utilization. So you have to take care of your charge-offs, because your charge-offs are going to affect your utilization, and if it affects your utilization, your credit score going to be even lower than it would be if it was just at zero. So that's why paying off your charge-offs and collections is a good thing. All right, and if you do not want to pay it, you got to attack this thing ASAP. The way I look at credit is an investment. You put $5,000 in and you get $50,000 out. That's an infinite return. That's 10x. That's 10x. But you can get another $50K that next year, and then the year after that, you can get more properties. The year after that, so it's an infinite return when you pay off your bills. So to me, that's bad advice. Don't pay your charge off. Don't pay your collections unless you don't have no money whatsoever. Because when it goes to court, I'm sorry, your wages is going to get garnished, and it's going to be hard for you to reverse it. Especially if they were sending the letters and everything to your house, whatever, to the address on file. There's no disputing it. That means you got everything, all the letters to tell you to go to court. All right. Another thing I learned, I say pay off your credit cards every single month. Pay it off in full, because you don't want to pay no interest and everything like that, and to keep your credit score pretty. But I recently learned that, hey, maybe you want to keep a small little balance on one card, not multiple cards, one card. Because what happened to me recently, I had turned off a couple of credit cards. I had Open Sky secure card. I had Credit One $300 limit as a credit card, because that's when I was desperate for any type of credit. I got that. And I had US Bank secure card. I canceled all three of those. And one of the reasons I canceled it, because I don't need it no more. I got like $50,000 of unsecured credit. Like, I don't need you no more, like, I'm not needy. I don't need a secure cards when I got unsecured cards with $20,000 limits. Sorry, give me my money back. And Credit One, I might have kept that. It's such a little limit that I wouldn't have kept it anyways, but they kept charging me $8 a month just for nothing, because I wasn't even using it. So when I canceled them, I see my score dropped, because they was charging me $8 a month. So it was always an $8 fee on my credit score, because I didn't know they was charging me. I pay it off, they charged me again the next month. So when I canceled it, boom, my credit score went down. And I was just like, huh? And then like the next month, my credit score went back up, because I forgot to pay one of my credit cards, and it had a $10 balance on it. And I recently paid that off. And then my credit score went down like 8, not like 1 point or anything like that. It went down by 18 points, 14 points, 13. It went down by a lot. I'm like, what the hell going on? And the only thing that happened different was that I had zero across the board. I had zero balance across the board. No utilization whatsoever, and that actually hurt me. So what I did, I had another credit card coming up, my Navy Federal, and I was also like, you know what? Let me not pay this thing off in full this month. Let me leave a little balance. Let me $10. It's a $4,500 card. I left a $10 balance, and guess what happened? My credit score went back up. So now I'm like, what the hell? I've been preaching pay off zero, and you have to leave a little balance for your credit score to be as high as it should be. Why you should leave a small balance on your credit card? I still think you shouldn't, and I don't know why this happens. I looked on credit forums. I did Google, I did everything trying to see why is this, but there's no answers out there. Zero, zilch, nada. So best thing I could say is run little experiments on your own credit report, right? Leave a $10 balance on one of your credit cards and see if your credit score go up or it went down or whatever. And I'm not looking at Credit Karma. I'm looking at my FICO, because your FICO score is the real score. And I think you still should pay off your balance every single month, even though maybe your credit score drop a little bit, is because you pay zero interest. Why pay interest on anything? You know, that's why I pay everything off. I learned my lessons from before. I'm not trying to ever get in credit card debt again. I'm never trying to pay high interest on anything or interest on anything if I don't have to. So paying off your credit card is still, good advice to me. And another reason is if you have like a high balance on your credit card or whatever, that affect your debt to income ratio. Say you want to get a loan, say you want to get a house, the underwriter's going to look at you like, we don't know if you can really afford this, because you got to, pay $300 for this credit card, $400 for this credit card, and you want a loan, and you want a car loan, and you want a mortgage. We don't think so. But your debt to income ratio is too weird. So we're not messing with you. So I still believe paying off your credit card is the best you could do. Pay zero interest, keep your debt to income ratio low, and don't have to worry about it if everything is at zero. So these are things I learned on my journey to get better credit, with collections and charge-offs. Hey, settle them, pay them off, do something ASAP when you stop paying your bills. Get on the phone with them. Hey, leaving a little balance on your credit card actually can help. I didn't think so, but it actually can help, man. You've seen it for yourself. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. All right, so if you learned something today, give me one of these. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and talk to you on the next one, all right? Level Up Finance. And before you go, I still got a contest going on. Always save this for last, man, because if y'all stay to the end, I appreciate y'all, for real. I'm giving away 2 of these things right here. I don't even know what they call, the swinging sticks. I'm giving away 2 of those because we about to hit 10K. So to show my appreciation for y'all, bada bing, bada boom, I'm giving away 2 of those. I was gonna stop the contest at 10K, but I'm gonna, extend it to 10.5. So whenever we hit 10.5, I don't have to talk anymore. Contest end, all right? And I'm gonna do a random drawing on one of my videos with this like random name picking app. And how you enter this contest is you email me at levelup@leveluphigher.com. levelup@leveluphigher.com. And then subject line, put contest. And in the body, put your YouTube name. And that's all. And then you enter the contest. And I'm just going to gather all this information when, it's time, and do the, random drawing, and good luck. All right. So definitely talk to you on the next one. Like the video if you ain't like the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And this is the last one. Level Up Finance. Later.